Hi everyone, so this is part 2 of my layoff story. For those of you who have not been following, I am sharing about my layoff. I was laid off abruptly last year, and so I'm sharing this story to motivate, to encourage all those who are going through a layoff currently, those who lost their jobs, those who had to resign from their jobs, those who are going through downsizing, and those who are trying to navigate this current job market. Anyway, script. She looked at her laptop and she started to read a script. And she goes, "Your employment from company blah 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 has been terminated without cause, effective immediately." This is how I was. I was shocked. For those of you who followed part one, if you are looking for the video, just scroll down the page, you would see the part one. I ended part one with where my boss followed me to my official car, gave me a box, and watched me move my personal things from the official car into the box that was provided. And then I got into the taxi that she had ordered for me. Remember that I was still in shock, I was numb. I got into the taxi, sat on one side of the taxi, still shocked, still numb, didn't say a word. I got to my apartment, went straight up to my room, went to my bed, and lay down there. After a few minutes, I called one or two friends, called an auntie, and shared the news with them. A few minutes after I lay down, my colleague, who was supposed to meet me at the pharmacy, called me. She was my direct report. She called me to say, "Hi, our boss had called her to say that she should come and meet her at a particular place in her region." And so she was going to be meeting her as well. And so she asked me if it would be okay for her to come late to the event. Remember, I said that we had planned an event that we were going to be having at this big pharmacy in Canada. And so she had said that, oh, she just asked me, "Is it okay if I come late? Is it okay if you start by yourself?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah, it's okay. It's okay." So I didn't tell her anything since she said my boss was going to meet her anyway. So I just felt my boss was going to relay the news to her. So after that call, I got on the phone with another friend and I shared the story. I was still numb, I was still shocked, it was like a dream, and it just reminded me of the layers of, or the stages of grief. The first stage of grief is denial, shock. So I don't know if I was in denial, but I was in shock. Clearly, that shock crippled me for months. Anyway, this was day one. I did not, after being on the phone with one or two friends and an auntie, I just stayed on that bed, the same place. I didn't take off my clothes, nothing. I just stayed in that same position. The next morning, I woke up to the reality of going nowhere, no job, and I remained in that position. Yes, all I did was speak on the phone with one or two friends. I think my friends called to check up on me, and then I still remained there. I didn't shower, I didn't brush my teeth, nothing. All I wanted to do was drink soda. So I love soda. For those of you who don't know what soda is, it's pop for those of you who are in Canada. Coke, Fanta, soft drinks basically. And so what I did was order from McDonald's. I had never, interestingly, I didn't even know where McDonald's was in that town at the time. But yeah, I just got on the app, ordered two large, two large, I think Coke and Sprite, whatever it was that I ordered, I don't remember, but it was two large soda cups from McDonald's, and then I think a wrap. Ordered that, went downstairs when it arrived, picked it up, came back to the same spot on my bed, still shocked, still numb, took the gulps down the pop, the soft drinks, and I think I took a nap, I'm not even sure. And I think got on the phone with another friend, and yeah, I was just shocked. The next day, the same routine, ordered pop from McDonald's, didn't shower, didn't brush my teeth, nothing. I stayed on that position or in that position on my bed. The only movement I made was go downstairs, pick up the McDonald's from the person who delivered it, and then come up, drink, eat whatever, just small wraps, nothing, because I couldn't really eat, and so lay down again and just I was just aloof because I was still numb, I was still shocked. Anyway, the fourth day, I got a call from a friend who had called me, who knew the story. I got a call from her, and she said, thanks to her. Thanks to her. Yeah, this was the fourth or fifth day. I don't remember. Fourth or fifth day. She called me. She has called me, of course, the previous days, but she called me and she just said, where are you? I said, she asked me if I was okay. I said, yeah, I was okay. Of course, I said I was okay, but I wasn't okay. So she just said, come downstairs. I'm at your door. I was like, what? At my door? The first thing that came to my mind was like, oh my god, my apartment is in a mess. Because really, my apartment was in a mess. The previous weekend I had worked, and so everywhere was in a mess. Plus all the McDonald's that I had bought, all the McDonald's, what do they call it? Whatever, where they put the bags. Everything was just in my room. Everywhere was scattered. I was literally sinking into depression, sinking into a hole that, thankfully, my friend showed up. I went to the door. I was surprised to see her because she came all the way from Toronto. Toronto is like 4 hours from where I was, Perth. And so she came all the way from Toronto. I was happy to see her. And then she said it was her husband who told her, see, you have to go and stay with her. You know, I think her husband heard the way I sounded over the phone or something and just said, you have to go and stay with her. Thank goodness she came. I am here today because she came. If she hadn't come, maybe I would have gone into deep into the depression, and maybe I would have been checked into a facility because I was just going, like, I didn't even know that I was slowly losing my mind. I did not know because I was just shocked, and I was still crippled by that shock. I'm gonna stop here now, and I will continue with part 3, how my friend helped, you know, with the few days that she stayed, what she helped, what we did, and how I, you know, came back to life a bit. I will continue in part 3. If you really want to hear more of the story, please like, please share with anyone going through a layoff. And remember, if anyone tells you that they have been laid off, do not downplay what they are going through. Do not, because they have lost, firstly, their source of livelihood. Secondly, in a country where you pay bills every month and then you just wake up to not having a job, it could kill you. So do not downplay what they're going through. Do not say, oh, it's not the end of the world. It could be the end of the world for that person. I'm speaking from experience, and I want you to be a bit more empathetic when someone tells you that they have just lost their job. See you in part 3.